Today I'm going to talk to you about the spookiest, scariest, and most horrific web stack that has ever been conceived. I'm also going to explain why I think it's not only awesome, but potentially the future of web development. And by the end of this video, I'll show you how to build a simple application with it. I also have a special treat. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you a link to this application running in production right now. So sit tight and check under your bed for monsters because we're diving into the horror web stack. Whoa, spooky. All joking aside, the horror web stack is a combination of two amazing pieces of technology, htmx and Ruby on Rails, hence the acronym horror. It also happens to play nicely into the fact that it's now Halloween, but that's beside the point. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wait, I thought Rails was boring and dying. Why would this be exciting and new? And that's a fair question, but in order to answer it, we'll have to talk about JavaScript. Now, I've already made a video on htmx before, but to sum up the findings, JavaScript has essentially taken over web development in recent years. It has recreated a lot of the basic browser functionality that we used to enjoy 20 to 30 years ago. And due to the constant churn of technologies, frameworks, ideas, and tool chains, it's easy to get paralyzed by buzzwords and different methodologies when it comes to making a web app these days. And that's where htmx comes in. htmx is a return to the idea of the web being composed of hypermedia systems, where servers respond with hypermedia, namely HTML, and hypermedia clients, namely the browser, merely shows the server's responses. htmx is a library that extends HTML with extra functionality to interact with servers. htmx enables users to have a nice reactive UI while using the server to render templates. This greatly reduces the complexity of modern web apps. htmx is at its best when paired with a web framework that can easily render HTML to a client. There are many of good frameworks that do this, but my favorite is Ruby on Rails. Rails has been around forever and has stood the test of time. I also happen to be a professional Rails developer, so it's just a lot faster for me to make stuff in Rails. So in order to show off how awesome I think the horror stack is, I'll walk through a simple application built with Ruby on Rails, then explain how htmx can provide awesome interactivity without writing any JavaScript. Our application is a very basic version of Twitter. Oh, sorry, I mean X. You can log in as a user, post something cool for everyone to see, and like or comment on people's posts. When you like a post, however, a few things happen. Clicking the button will post to the likes create endpoint in our Rails application. The Rails app then creates a new like record and redirects the user to the post show page. Because we aren't using JavaScript, we have to render the whole entire page whenever a user tries to like a post. In order to add some interactivity to this app, let's sprinkle in a little htmx. I'm simply going to follow the instructions to include a script tag in my application HTML layout, giving me access to all of the htmx goodies. Now let's refactor our like flow to make things more interactive. Using htmx, we can replace our current like form with a button. Now already, I'm sure this looks a lot simpler, but let's unpack what htmx is doing here. htmx gives us special attributes we can use with HTML, enabling the client to interact with the server in many different ways. Here, we're using the hxPost attribute, telling htmx to post to this endpoint. The hxTrigger attribute tells htmx to respond to a click event on this HTML element. Then we use a special hxTarget attribute, directing htmx to replace the HTML at the target's element with whatever is returned by the server. In our case, we have a partial template that we tag with the ID of the post. So htmx will send a request to the server and replace all the contents of the DOM element at the ID with whatever gets returned by the server. Now, in our likes controller, instead of redirecting a user, we want to return a template that contains the HTML output as a result of liking a post. For example, if you like the post, the button will show unlike and vice versa. To see this in action, we can open our browser and inspect the network. When clicking on like, we can see the server returns HTML in response to our request. htmx takes that HTML and replaces whatever was there before. Honestly, this is really cool to me, and I love the concepts here. We are only using HTML and some special htmx magic to add interactivity to our web application. If I were to write this app as a heavy front-end app like React with a JSON API backing it up, it would take me forever. But since we are only using Rails and a little HTMx magic, I was able to write this app and deploy it to production in just a couple hours. It's honestly that simple, and this is why I'm so excited about this technology. When used correctly, I could see this enabling smaller teams to ship quality code much faster. Now, I promised you a working app in production by the end of this video, so here's the link. go ahead and go nuts. I'll probably take it down soon. Anyways, I hope you can all see why I'm excited about htmx now. It's really a very interesting piece of technology, and I think it has a lot of promise. And hey, thanks nerds.